Nomadic Fanatic pleads not guilty and readies for his March court date. And then he tells you how to get horrible, unusable land, just like his. All right. I hope everybody had a good weekend and is having one so far. I was busy over the weekend yesterday. Just had more important things to do than YouTube. So some folks have been talking about this, so I guess it's my turn. I know you've been waiting for me to chime in, so here I am. All right. Seems that our Tater acquired a public defender. I didn't think a guy that made $100,000 a year would qualify. But then again, the judge did say that he will have some sort of attorney fees, so I guess they looked over his financial records and said, yeah, we'll appoint him this guy, but he's going to have to pay something. So that's kind of interesting. Anyhow, he pled not guilty. Now it would appear that a March 26th at 9 a.m. date is set for the next little adventure that Tater has to take. But this time he doesn't have to appear. They did say that a Zoom call is acceptable. So that'll probably be what the Tater does. And that way he won't have to drag more mud into the courtroom. All right. Now, if you want to hear some information, Line Screw, he made a video early on about this real quick. He actually made a phone call. That's right. All the way from Canada to Arizona. Now, on this phone call, he got some information, asked about the outcome, and if he was represented by an attorney or, he represented himself and all that good stuff. So if you want to hear what that phone call was, I will send you over to Line Screw One's channel, and you can go check it out over there and see the information that he acquired. No, but that's not all. That's not all. No, someone actually got the proceedings. That's right. You can go over to Squirrel Bait Parodies and see the actual proceedings. Now, it was lengthy, and she did chop it up a little bit and sped through it. But, it's all right there. You can actually hear the judge. You can hear Eric's voice and all that good stuff. So if you're interested in that, you can go over to Squirrel Bait Parodies and go ahead and check that out. And I will be leaving links down below to both of those fine folks. And you can go over and see and hear and go through it all on your own. And so all those people who said, oh, it's fake, it's funny. Well, it's right there. And it's kind of hard to fake an Arizona government page. It's not real hard. If you know what you're doing, it's real easy to get all this stuff. Speaking of easy to get stuff, Tater made a video about how to find land, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, Diana had some interesting things to say. It seems that she's not real happy with Tater Acres. She says that they sat down and they went through the pros and the cons definitely outweigh the pros of being there on Tater Acres. The winter has snow and it's cold, and in the summer it's raining like crazy and it's just horrible. And it's not sounding too good for Tater Acres. Yeah, so Tater's latest little video, his little thing was, it was basically all about how to find and buy land. Yeah, he's taking Mikey's little thing. Mikey likes to do that too. But why would anyone want an inaccessible piece of land littered with moon rocks that turns into a mud pit and is unusable probably 10, 11 months out of the year? I don't understand why anybody would be interested in that. But Tater did it anyway. So it's kind of weird because, well, just think about it. Tater bought Taterland and sunk a whole bunch of time and money into it and had other people do all kinds of stuff. And he did all this good stuff and then was miserable. Yeah, sure. He was like, I'm the happiest I've ever been, guys, and all that, blah, 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 blah. But in the end, he was miserable. He said it was unusable. He said it rained and nonstop and it was every day. And then it was too cold and then it snowed and then it did this. And there was only like a couple weeks that it was actually usable and he was never there and he just hated it. It was not his place. So then he buys another place in the same vicinity in Tater Acres. And now it's a mud pit and it's not even the rainy season and it's one big mud pit. So Tater complains about it. And now, Diana is not happy with it. So what is the future of Tater Acres? So with all that being said, Tater makes this video. And so, yeah, Tater, come on. Tell us how to find that blissful paradise that you are already tired of and getting ready to abandon. Yeah. Here, come find a place just like this. Do you want a mud pit full of moon rocks? I'm going to show you exactly how to find it. And then the other thing I just find hilarious is that Tater shows maps of the area. He shows and talks about the way to find things. Yes, he's dropping more clues as to where he is and how to find him. I guess that's my fault too. I guess I gave him the script and told him what to make on his video and told him, hey, make sure you get some overhead views and zoom out on that map so everybody can see. Oh, Tater. I mean, come on. In his videos, he tells route numbers. He tells how far it is from Kevin's house. He says repeatedly about the White Mountains at 7,000 feet, and it's 3.8 miles of unmaintained road, and it's right off of this route number, and if you go back here, and he says it all the time. Now he shows maps and tells you the site to go to look things up. It's kind of funny. I mean, if you know where to go, you can find out simple things. It's real easy. The only owner of 5 acres is a company that specializes in the sale of 1 to 40 acre properties. Yeah. Tater's 5 acres was on there. Yeah. It was even put on as recently sold. So it's easy to find, especially when you got Tater dropping breadcrumbs. Now, this place where he got his land, they have 2 methods of buying properties from them. One is terms and the other is cash. For Tater's property, the terms option was owner carry. The price was $30,000, $3,000 down and $400 per month. The cash option was $27,500. So there's a whole lot more that's there and you can read it and see and figure out all kinds of good things. But yeah, I'll stop there. I'm not going to tell you any more than that. Now, I'm sure it's all my fault, and I'm sure the lunatics will say that, oh, you doxed. I didn't dox nobody. I don't know where his land is. Well, I kind of do, but I don't know. I don't care, and I'm not doxing anybody. I didn't say where it was, and I didn't tell anyone to go there. But the main thing is Tater won't take responsibility for a roadmap that he laid out. Instead, he'll blame others. It's just like this stuff. I wasn't the first to post the outcome of this whole ordeal. And just like I wasn't the first one to say, hey, to get on here on the YouTube and say, hey, and Tater smacked some guy and then did a midnight move and ran off. But no, it's all my fault. It's all me. And, I guess somebody got to take the brunt of it. But as I said, I wasn't the first one to talk about the court case or anything. It was over the weekend where I was busy. And other people talked about it first, but again, I'll be blamed for telling everybody what happened, telling everybody his business. Just like I was blamed for people following the roadmap and that he left and showing up at his property. Just like it's me that somehow people show up at his property. But I don't even think that's true, to be totally honest. I mean, just think about it. What I want to know is this. How can all these people get to Tater Acres when everything is a big mud pit? And even Tater can't maneuver around. He can't get in or out, and the neighbors don't leave, and it's just a horrible 3.8 miles of unmaintained sloppy mud and everything, and it builds up. So how are all these people just flocking into Tater Acres when he can't get in and out? Kind of odd, if you ask me. To me, it's all just so he has an excuse for the next land purchase and the Tater Acres abandonment, because it's just right around the corner. And also remember, whether you like her or not, but Diana has always been the voice of reason in this relationship. Remember back when they were looking at that house and she talked him out of buying that piece of garbage in a flood zone. She talked him out of it. He was all ready to sign on the dotted line. She's the one that advised to go get supplies before the rains and the snow and everything came and they got stuck in the mud. And she is going to be the one to say, this land sucks and it was a horrible purchase. It won't take much to convince the Tater either, because he's hated it for a while now. He is not happy at all. No matter what smile he puts on and the way he skips around and plays with his fire barrel. Yeah, he is not happy with Tater Acres. So now Tater has some sort of attorney fees coming up and possibly even some fines. Who knows? But I see the sale of Tater Acres in the very, very near future.
That's my opinion!
What we do here is go back.